Hey everyone, Dre DiMura here, today with Guitar Center, hanging out, checking out the new BOSS BP-1W Waza Craft Booster Preamp. I'm an artist and guitar player. I've toured all over the world as a session musician, supporting artists at the arena, amphitheater, and festival levels, and backed up musicians on TV shows like America's Got Talent. The BP-1W perfectly captures the color and preamp sounds of the legendary RE-201 Space Echo, as well as the CE-1 Chorus. This pedal is part of the super premium BOSS Waza Craft line, so you already know it's going to sound good. In addition to the level and gain knobs you'll find on the pedal, there are 3 preamp voicings. One that's a natural boost with no added color, one for the RE-201 Space Echo, and then one from the CE Chorus. The preamp in the RE-201 Space Echo is known for a fat, warm characteristic, while the CE-1 is known for bell-like brightness. First, we'll check out the natural boost. Here's my clean tone without the pedal engaged. And now with the pedal on. Right away, the thing that jumps out to me here is how even the dynamics are. There's like a great natural compression coming from the boost, even with the gain just here above 12 o'clock. It's a really transparent boost. I don't hear much, if any, color in the tone there, which is the point. And it also feels great, which for me is like equally as important as, sounding great. It has to sound great, but it also has to feel right when you play with it. And that goes for any gear. So this pedal really delivers. Now let's crank up the gain for a dirtier tone and hear that same example. It sounds really clean. Obviously, it's pushing it a lot harder, but I'm impressed it doesn't break up or clip there with the gain almost all the way up to 10. I'm actually curious to hear what this sounds like with a single note line and also on the bridge pickup. So I'm gonna play a lick now and I'm gonna switch back and forth so we can hear it. Now we're gonna go to the RE setting. Again, here's my clean tone without the pedal engaged. Right away, I'm getting a lot more low mids, which sounds great. I feel like on the neck pickup here on the Strat, it definitely imparts that vintage sound that you would get from the preamp circuit on the RE-201. I'm digging it. I want to hear what it sounds like on the bridge pickup as well before we crank up the gain and really dial in the distortion. So here's how it sounds with the bridge. Yeah, that setting definitely drives it a lot harder. Even with the gain where it was set on the first example with the natural boost, I'm getting a lot more bite, a lot of punch out of it. Sounds super fat in the low mids when I was on the neck pickup, and then switching over to the bridge, there's like a ton of snarl and growl. I'm a big fan of boost pedals that add some color. Now let's crank up the gain and see how it sounds. So this RE setting with the gain turned down, you definitely get a lot more warmth out of the low mids. It's a bit grittier when you're on the bridge pickup. It imparts that color from the preamp circuit on the pedal. I love the way it sounds. And with the gain cranked all the way up there, you're honestly getting overdrive distortion tone out of the pedal. And that's a really clean tone going into the amp. I'll play it one more time. Versus this. Yeah, that like edge of breakup that's coming from the pedal sounds awesome. I love it. Really versatile and awesome tone. Now we're gonna check out the CE setting. This is known for imparting a bell-like character and a tight low-end response. One more time, here's my clean sound without the pedal engaged. Now let's turn the pedal on. Right away, I love the bite and the high mid-range and mid-range bark that you get out of this preamp circuit. It's great for those like washy new wave 80s lines, and I can definitely hear that tight low end compression as well on those single note parts here. Sounds really nice. It's not like woofy or boxy or anything, so I'm really digging that. And I feel like this would be a great mid-range boost, when you need to impart that extra boost in the mid-range when you're switching from playing rhythm to a solo, performing live. So let's crank the gain up and see what happens. I feel like we're gonna get that great edge of breakup color. If the RE201 Space Echo preamp in this pedal's anything to go by, we're definitely gonna get that extra push from the gain on the CE here. So let's see how that sounds. Sounds sick. Let's check it out on the bridge pickup too. It's interesting how responsive it is here, because when I'm on the neck pickup, I'm getting a lot more of that tighter low end, but when I'm on the bridge pickup, you get all that nice chime and mid-range bite that the CE imparts with its preamp color. So very versatile sound and a very versatile pedal for that. It's almost like each setting within the pedal itself has, different shades and minutia in there. It's really subtle, and then you can, dial in this huge difference in tone. I'm honestly impressed with how much tone sonically, the palette that you can get from what looks like to be such a simple pedal. You can really get a lot of mileage out of here. Finally, the BP-1W features a selectable input buffer on the back of the pedal. There's a standard and a vintage mode. The vintage mode will give you a warmer tone and smoother dynamic response. I like the pedal a lot. I'm really impressed with the versatility of the pedal. That's a big thing for me. I like simple things, things that don't stand in the way of me being able to pick up the guitar and play and get creative. I'm not like a big, knob tweaker. So I love how simple it is. The pedal's super easy to use and really dynamic. I could see myself using this, to push one of my tube amps on a gig, or in the studio when I'm jamming or improvising or even recording, because it's so versatile. I feel like it's, really an all-in-one. The sweep and the warmth and the different color and tonal characteristics that you're getting from the RE and the CE settings on the pedal really give it a lot more legs than other booster pedals that I've played with before. To learn more about the BOSS BP-1W Waza Craft Booster Preamp, check it out on GuitarCenter.com, contact one of their expert gear advisors, or play it for yourself at your local GC store.